It's almost Iste time. I've got to clean up my backdrop. I forgot about that. I did everything else to prepare last night, but I forgot. Also, it's still dark. Like, I'm gonna need the sun to come up so that I can do this presentation. I only have this little lamp right here, but yeah, it's so early the sun is not awake yet. This is my speech. I think I'm just gonna have to like tape it to the shelves right here. Okay.
Right now, since show flow, the only thing you can hear is the simple real music going on. When your face is on screen, that's gonna unmute you, and then you'll be able to talk. But if I was talking to you right now, Megan, see if you can direct at me. I feel like it's probably something.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna let Angela know to unlock the room because I can't get in.
Megan McMahon, we are standing by to run a 45-second bumper type video, and then I'm coming to you. Need you to be in full presenter mode at your screen. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, Megan, your microphone is going to be live, and I'm going to roll this video. Going to make your microphone
Did you
live.
know that you can initiate both
Stand by.
video and text chat with other attendees and presenters? Head over to the Connections Lounge and use the attendee search tool to find your people. Kicking us off, we have Megan DeVarney-Forbes, a middle school teacher at Arcadia Unified School District in Southern California. She's passionate about teaching social justice through history and literature and runs the blog and YouTube channel Too Cool for Middle School. She's here to lift us up with a talk on empathy and authentic exposure through the generosity of the internet. Welcome, Megan. And I'm so happy to have another Megan with us.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad that we can be here together today from our respective couches and cobbled together home offices. My name is Megan DeVarney-Forbes, and I'm a middle school history and ELA teacher. And I'm also a big fan of the communities and stories that we have so generously made available to each other on the internet. About 6 years ago, I started my teaching journey on YouTube. There were so many things about the credentialing process and the hiring process and just figuring out how to become a new teacher that surprised me that I decided to make videos for the new teachers who came after me to give them some tips and advice. Teaching vlogs have now become an invaluable resource for countless new and aspiring teachers, and the power of sharing real, authentic stories on platforms like YouTube has also become an integral part of my curriculum, especially now that I'm teaching 100% online. Several years ago, I made a video about the 3 most important aspects of teaching to me. Number 1, a solid evidence-based education, obviously. Number 2, intentionally emphasizing empathy. And number 3, providing students with authentic exposure to a diverse array of people, cultures, and ideas. Exposure doesn't have the best connotation right now during a pandemic, but I already made the stickers and started the hashtag, okay? So I believe that all 3 of these components are integral to raising a generation of capable, compassionate citizens. I know that so many of you teachers are absolute rock stars when it comes to your educational content, and I have a poster session coming up on Friday about how to build empathy, even in a digital environment. So let's take a few minutes this morning to look at what an amazing job we humans have done at providing real, authentic stories for a worldwide audience. I teach in a beautifully diverse suburb just out of Los Angeles, so I am incredibly fortunate to have had the opportunity to learn about things like cultural celebrations, like Lunar New Year and Holy Festival from my students and their families in person. This has been so powerful and enriching for me personally, but I hear from teachers around the country all the time who live in more homogenous areas and don't know how to bring in more culturally diverse perspectives. First of all, I just want to remind you to look at this challenge with anticipation and excitement. Exposure to new people and perspectives and cultures is not drudgery. This is learning at its best. I found, though, that those little textbook blurbs in the corner of social studies books or whatever are not all that exciting, but now people all over the world generously share their stories on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and TikTok, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm leaving TikTok for the next generation. You all have fun. My social media minutes on my phone are already way too high. My 8th graders read a story about a girl from Kazakhstan this year, and rather than looking up Kazakhstan on Wikipedia, we found a vlog by a Kazakh girl who just literally showed us video footage and told us what it's like to live in Kazakhstan. It wasn't professionally produced, but the amateur nature of it was part of what made it so real to us. We also read a story about a Hmong refugee. Many of my students are Asian American, but were unfamiliar with this Asian ethnic minority. We found a Fung Brothers food vlog where they went to a Hmong household and the mom made them a bunch of Hmong food and taught them about Hmong culture. And I promise you, these guys present information in a way that is way more entertaining for 14-year-olds than me talking through a PowerPoint. When we read literature by Indigenous peoples this year, we watched a beautifully produced New York Times video with interviews from about a dozen Indigenous people. Their stories were so powerful and diverse, and again, look nothing like those depictions of Indigenous people in our textbooks. A friend of mine from high school actually posted a breathtakingly beautiful photo of herself on Instagram wearing her traditional regalia and her graduation gown when she recently graduated from college. I asked her if I could share the photo and captions with my students, and she enthusiastically agreed, and they were so moved by her story. They don't know anyone who has been through what she has, so it helped them to not only grow in empathy, but to connect with the text we were reading in a deeper way. On World Hijab Day, we watched a tutorial of a woman expertly styling her color-coordinated hijab and makeup. And for almost every book we sample in class, we can find a video of the author themselves reading a chapter on YouTube. We even had an author join our Zoom class and answer our questions this year. We need to teach our students to be curious about the experiences of other people and to listen to what they have to say. Much of our cultural and political divides right now are rooted in frustration over not being listened to and not being understood. We could all benefit from some exposure to the real lived experiences of people who seem incredibly different from us. We could all benefit from some solid science and civics education as well, and maybe the combination of those two things will lead to greater empathy, which will lead to even more curiosity and even more education and exposure, and we'll eventually be able to reverse these divisions into better understanding. Again, even though we are sheltering at home right now, humans all over the world are so generous with their real-life experiences and have created beautiful content all over the internet. Incorporating lots of digital content from mostly amateur vloggers and content creators has been a great practice that has provided valuable exposure for my students. I encourage you to use platforms like YouTube, Instagram, blogs, fan fiction sites, Vine, TikTok, to increase the authentic exposure your students receive through your curriculum. Plus, it will bolster your academic content and encourage empathy. I'm grateful to this beautiful worldwide community of content creators for their generosity with their stories and experiences. I'm also so grateful to you for sharing this time with me today, and for more from me, check out my YouTube channel, Too Cool for Middle School. Thank you.
Thank you, Megan. I love seeing how you used video to create empathy. I think we can all sprinkle a piece of what you just said into our lives to help forge a more empathetic and authentic learning. So thank you. Our next speaker has over 22 years in the tech industry and recently shifted gears to become a middle school teacher at DAZEY Middle School in Newport News, Virginia. Brandy Wright is passionate about helping students thrive in a tech-focused world, and she's here to tell us about her journey from a district leader to a first-year teacher.
Okay, I'm done. Oh my gosh. That was nerve-wracking. That was literally like I was the very first person to speak at Iste this year. That was really, really cool. Yeah, I was just thinking about how like a couple years ago I had applied to do Iste in like Chicago or Philadelphia, and like just my attitude about the whole thing was really different. Like my proposal did get accepted, but then I wasn't able to go, and I was just like, oh, that's it. Like that was probably my one chance. I'll probably never get to do it. And I don't really know why I thought that way. I just thought that was like kind of a fluke, like, oh, they let me in once, they're probably never gonna do it again. But I think if you just keep right on doing what you're doing, like I, haven't changed anything. I just continued to like make videos and share teaching stuff and just continued teaching. Like if you just keep doing what you're good at, then opportunities will come, So I actually am presenting with a group. It wasn't even me that submitted the application. It was some of my coworkers. Like we worked on it together, but so we're doing a presentation together, a poster presentation on Friday. So, I was doing that, but then this keynote thing, they just asked me to do. So I'm still kind of like, I don't know why they asked me. I still feel like other people are just like so much more professional than me and so much more experienced and knowledgeable and everything. But I'm really glad I got to share my little information too. So yeah, it was really fun. Now I need to go to some sessions and learn from some other people. I'm gonna distract myself today with a bunch of sessions. I have a ton of other work I need to do to get ready for tomorrow to go back to school after the break, but maybe I'll get some ideas. Anybody teach ancient history? I need all the ideas. I just ran across the street and picked up some avocado toast to go. I'm so hungry and excited to eat this. I guess I'm just gonna like keep vlogging. Like maybe I'll just vlog this week. I'm sure it won't be very exciting, but probably nobody's week is all that exciting right now, and maybe it's nice to just see other people's boring weeks. I don't know. Let's see, it's 10, so for like 2 hours I've been working on some lesson plans, trying to figure out what to do next week. So this is what I have so far. For my 8th graders, I was going to do my Dare Evan Hansen unit. I think I'm just gonna wait 1 more week for that and just do something a little bit different. I was just kind of scrolling through podcasts and I found this one about spectacular failures. It looks like this. It's mostly like companies and stuff. So I just thought that would be something interesting to do and work on our listening skills. Let's see. I also got this podcast digital resource from Building Book Love. So I'm just going to make a copy of this and then just use a couple of these for my students to fill out when they listen to their podcast. So that's them. That's the 8th graders. Let's see, here are my 6th grade lessons for Monday. We're going to start with The Wind Blows, which I'll explain in a second. We're going to do the Walk Like Egyptian vocabulary. We're going to check out some notes that they've been working on and I've been getting some emails about. We're going to revisit our essential question and then take a field trip to the Nile River via Nearpod. So I think we're going to do half the Nearpod Monday and then the second half on Wednesday. For The Wind Blows, we used to play this game in circles. Once a week I would always do circles. I need some more coffee. I really don't think I slept last night. I was so afraid of not waking up. Like I just kind of laid there. I mean, it was relaxing, but I don't think I fully slept. But anyway, we would do circles, and then, you know, you would just say like, the wind blows if you're wearing red shoes. Anybody who's wearing red shoes would get up and find a new seat. Or like, the wind blows if you're the oldest sibling, or the wind blows if you've read all the Harry Potter books, something like that. And you just kind of find out like who has things in common with you. But one way that we can do it digitally is just like cameras on or off. So like cameras on, the wind blows if you did whatever. So we're gonna try that this week, just to kind of like get back into the swing of things with each other. I need like a fork or something to eat this monster of an avocado toast order. Gosh, the living room is so messy. I did no cleaning last night. I was just so stressed. Normally I'll kind of clean up before I go to bed, but not yesterday, not last night. I'll have to do it today. Jensen is still asleep. My husband had a meeting he had to go to real quick, so I just have some time to get a little bit of work done. Oh, I want to log back into Iste. It was like glitching a little bit for me, but it'll be more relaxing to like look at some sessions now that I have a little bit of lesson planning done, but I have a bunch of grading I need to do too. Okay, I cleaned the kitchen a little bit. I still need to do the living room and Jensen's playroom, and then I want to put a Christmas tree in Jensen's playroom today. That's the goal. And then also clean up our bedroom a little bit. Jensen's sleeping in our bed and he's still asleep. He is not normal. Like, I always hear people say that like they used to sleep in and then they have kids, and I'm like this child will sleep forever until you wake him up. Good morning. Good morning. Hi. Jensen. It's morning. It's morning time. Hey, what do you want to do today? Can I go back to sleep with you? Oh.
Yep. Go to sleep in morning. Go to sleep in morning.
Okay. Don't tempt me. I'm gonna want to sleep all day. When are you gonna wake up? What are you gonna do today?
Tonight.
I'm also working on some Christmas wrapping, and then these are my evidence and ethics teas. So I got a new shipment of those, and then I've just got like all my wrapping stuff here, all the gifts that I've bought. My sister is gonna have a baby like any week now, so this stuff is for her. Oh, and Donut Lovin' Teacher, whoopsies, does the cutest wrapping with yarn. So I got some yarn, and I have some brown wrapping paper around here somewhere. So yeah, for all my nieces and sisters this year, I got everybody this matching navy sweatshirt. It's just like really cute. And then a book that, you know, I just think that they would like. So a personalized book for each person with a little note about why I think they would like the book. Close up the boxes and reuse them, and yeah, almost everybody is done now. This will be a nice little gift for my new niece. If you haven't used one of these, I know they seem gross, but you totally need one, and all this little boogie wipe stuff, and then just a cute little onesie. So yep, happy baby box right there. Look at you in your comfy bed. Do you love this bed? You need to love this bed. It's so nice. What are you watching?
Starbucks.
Okay, I think I'm going to get rid of this coffee table. It's just a little beat up. We've had it for about 5 years. So I got another one. I think I'm going to replace it. Build it right now. I also just got this. It's just like an ottoman bench, and it has a bunch of Jensen's toys in it. So I like this for a toy box slash bench seating for our little nook, and our table is a disaster right now. Look at what Derek has. an original Nintendo. He was trying to get it set up last night, but I don't know if he has all the right cords and stuff. So anyway, let's make a new table. I got this one with the drawers. I just feel like this will be useful to have. Jensen's dresser is, I think, from this same like line at Target. It's also gray. And then we have a desk in our bedroom that's also gray. So someday if we move, maybe all those pieces can like go together. Meanwhile, this is what the playroom is looking like. It's a disaster. Well, overall, that was a terrible experience. Do not recommend. Glad Derek came home when he did, because...
And the earthquake shakes the strong earthquake.
It was definitely a two-person job, and we still messed it up. We did a couple things wrong and redid them, and then there's one last thing wrong that we didn't redo. So it looks like this, and this right here is backwards. Yeah, it'll just have to do for now, I guess. Maybe I can undo it sometime. Maybe I'll feel up for it. I don't know. I'm so tired. I've not done any grading and I didn't do any Christmas stuff, so Derek went to get us salads. So we're just gonna eat and I'm probably gonna fall asleep and I don't know. We will see. Hi guys, it's Wednesday, I think. I meant to do like a weekly vlog and then I just forgot. I'm kind of bummed too because we had some good lessons that I could have showed you. But I think earlier in the vlog I was just talking about the things that we did plan on doing this week and they turned out really good. The Nearpod Egypt lessons were awesome. I know I have some kind of like discount code or something like that for Nearpod, so I'll leave that in the description, but it actually ended up having 3 like virtual reality, like 360 things. So there's one of the Nile River, one of the pyramid at Giza, and then one was inside a burial chamber, and they were just like really, really cool. In one of my last videos I was saying how I was kind of frustrated, I mean, not even really frustrated, but just confused, I guess, about like how to choose materials and figure out what to do in a virtual environment and not being able to do anything hands-on. But today I was just thinking about how like we're studying a civilization that's what, like, it covers like 3,000 years. I don't really like this coffee. This is like the autumn blend from Trader Joe's, but I have like a caffeine headache or lack of caffeine headache, you know, so I need it. But anyway, like there's not going to be a smooth way to organize all of that content, you know. We're just going to cover the pyramids and the pharaohs and the gods and the geography and the Nile River and hieroglyphics, and you know, if it's not entirely connected in a really structured way, like, oh well. Next week I think we are going to do the reading like a historian primary source document exploration thing. I just really like doing those. Again, it's something that I haven't done virtually before, so I don't know if it will go as well virtually, but we're gonna try that. So yeah, things are going good. And then my 8th graders, I was just in like a weird mood. I don't know, I just feel like talking about failure. I found a article about like failure in education and like using that to, can I set you down over here without getting along the light? What was I saying? Oh yeah, like failure in education and like using that to help us learn and grow and stuff. So we read that, and then we're listening to an episode of that Spectacular Failures podcast, and I don't know, it's just been fun so far. So yeah, this week, I mean, teaching has gone fine. I'm just tired, and December started. So it always takes like a weirdly large amount of time to like I guess just like plan your outfit and take a picture and plan a post and just, you know, try to say something useful for 31 days. So I'm on day 2. I'm already tired. Oh, I did do a little bit of Christmas setup. I will show you that and then I will let you go. I have to meet with my team to work on our other Iste presentation that is coming up on Friday. But I did, well, you know, I started a little bit of wrapping and did a little bit of Christmassy stuff. we just have our little tree and I have the lamp behind it because there's no other place that has an outlet. There just aren't very many outlets in this apartment. Started putting some presents under here and then look at this Christmas tree skirt. Sequins, yes, very nice. Of course we had to have a poppy ornament this year. We found that at Target. I thought this one was really cute. I got that at 10,000 Villages yesterday. It's a fair trade store. And then Jensen really likes Yetis. This one was at 10,000 Villages as well. I'm still setting up this little section over here, but I just wanted to have some Christmas books out. So these are a few Christmas books that we have, and then this is just a little Christmassy plant thing and another little fair trade nativity setup thing. So that's our little apartment Christmas corner. I was thinking the other day how I hold my holidays kind of loosely. I think holidays are really fun and I love to watch other people like celebrate holidays that even I don't celebrate. I think Hanukkah is so cool and Diwali and Holy Festival and Lunar New Year, and I love all of these other celebrations and I love to see people celebrate those things and carry on their traditions. And I also love to do that like with Christmas and Thanksgiving and all of that, but I just, you know, as a historian, I just recognize so many of the problematic things about them. And then even like, I remember I went to Bible college for a year, and so after my first semester of Bible college, I was like, well, Christmas definitely did not happen on December 25th. I was like 19 and I was like, I'm not gonna celebrate it on that day, whatever. I mean, I still celebrate it. I just hold these holidays loosely because I know that they kind of morph and change depending on the time and the culture and the place that they're in, and that's fine. And I'm very unmotivated to put effort into anything Santa or Elf on the Shelf. I just can't be bothered to do anything like that. But I love light and I love gifts and I love family time and I love the Christmas story. I love this story of this immigrant family in the Middle East with a unwed teenage mother looking for somewhere to stay. I think that there is so much symbolism in that story and so much that we can look at and learn from. And I love the music. That's probably my very, very favorite thing. I love Christmas music and just the light during a dark season, you know, just like the literal lights that people put on their house when it gets darker earlier in the day and people have like lights on their Christmas trees and bring some life, even if it's a fake tree, I guess, you know, inside, and just have like candles and Christmas cookies with sprinkles and just like something to look forward to and bring happiness and joy during this time. So anyway, that was kind of a tangent, but since I was showing you my Christmas stuff, that's just what I was thinking about. So I'm gonna drink my coffee, organize some of Jensen's books. Obviously, I need to organize some of my books. I want to read a little bit more of this one, Woven in Moonlight. It's just so, so pretty. Oh, and then our meeting is starting pretty soon. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for watching this vlog and hanging out with me. Thank you again to the people at Iste for letting me do a keynote at your amazing conference. That was super cool. And if any of you guys went to Iste, let me know what some of your favorite sessions and stuff were. I think I still have access to the sessions for a little while after the conference is over. So if there's anything that I missed that you think I should go watch or attend or whatever, let me know and I will do that. All right, guys, I will see you soon. Hope you have a great week. Bye.